Alrighty, guys, welcome back. We are back live once again. Barry Hooey Memorial, Calgary, Alberta, Canada. My name is Grant. I'm sitting beside the one and only Mr. Johnny Triple P. What's going on, Johnny?
What's going on? I'm back at her again.
Back at her.
We just had a nice little match there with Mark Vanarganoff and Vern Sylvester Stallone.
Nice.
The Demolition Man.
Very nice. I'm just going to put this a little closer to you. There we go.
Thanks a lot, man. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
So we said we got $20 on Sean winning this match.
Who's... oh, wow. Wow, you almost got me with it because I didn't look at the names.
So we have the two basic Red Deer partners going at it.
Yeah. I don't know how much either one of the Seans have actually been playing, but they both play really well.
Yes, they do. They both play very well. This should be a very exciting, fast-paced game.
I agree.
I played both guys numerous times, and I tell you what.
They can play.
They can play. Look at this little rub on the 5.
Didn't quite get it. He was hoping for it.
I had kind of a nice little look at it. It was coming down the line.
Yeah. And guys, if you can help us out, let us know how our volume is. Let us know we're good to go. We would appreciate it. Also at the same time, that little share button down on the bottom left-hand side of the screen, give that a slap as well. We're in for a late one today.
Yes, you are.
Oh, there's a really nice shot. Tried to get behind the 7.
That
but,
he did.
There is a little bit of distance between the cue ball and the 5 ball. I would assume Sean's going to try to use the 9 ball here.
I would say, little middle ball with just a touch of siding.
Yep.
And that way when it does hit the 5, it will move towards the 9. So this is more about pace.
100%.
Than anything.
Pace and accuracy. You've got to be accurate with it or you sell it out.
Well, you do have to trust the table, and you're hopefully that these tables are running true. So he was down on the ball, and he's not looking very comfortable over it now. It looked like he might change his game plan a little bit here.
I was kind of thinking about it. Do you just shave the top side of the 5 ball, send the 5 off the back rail into the 9 and the cue ball around 2?
It is a possibility you can do that because you might be able to actually play the same shot where you can get this white ball where the 7 is.
Yeah. Oh, it was close.
He did hit it just a hair thicker than he wanted.
Yeah. But still, 5 to 7 is not easy.
No. In a way, you could say he kind of got away with it.
Yeah. Do you play into the 7, John? Play it in. Play the 5
how much
in.
Angle he has.
I think he's got a lot of angle. Like, if he misses the 7 to try to draw this, I think he's got to go around 4 rails.
If he could clip the 7, yes, I would, because it would kill the speed of the cue ball, and it would bump them both off the rail, and he would leave himself a somewhat thin cut there.
Just like that.
Just like that.
Perfect.
Yeah. So it's good to see that he had enough to actually go into this. And so one thing I've noticed on this table is his bottom rail has been bouncing a little bit more than the rest.
Lively.
And I found out in my match where I kept overhitting balls.
Right? You got to love it when there's a live rail on the table. Sometimes you can use that to your advantage if you know that and your opponent doesn't, and you can adjust real quick.
That's correct. So these rails tend to bounce a little quicker than normal. These are diamonds.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Ooh.
And they're very tight pockets. So
yeah, 4 1/4 inch.
Playing on the best equipment.
But they roll pretty dang true.
I don't mind rolling balls on these tables.
No. If there's a table that you want to trust to roll, it's these ones.
That's correct.
Although I'm curious, very, very curious to see how the new Predator table is going to play.
Yeah.
Right? Although I've not played on a Rasson, I wouldn't mind trying a Rasson table.
Yeah. I think I played on a Rasson once. I think I was overseas.
Yeah.
Just went to a pool hall and they had a few tables.
Nice. I kind of envision them playing the same as a diamond.
Yeah, I mean they played like like Top Shot's Warnick tables.
Waraka?
Yeah, Waraka,
Yeah.
some whatever they're called.
Yeah.
Something.
Yeah, Waraka.
Yeah, and those tables play fine. Probably like a touch sharper than a Dufferin table.
Yeah.
You know.
The Rasson plays like that? I would have expected more out of the Rasson
I
table.
probably maybe like a little bit better, closer to like in between a diamond and a Waraka table.
I
would
got
say.
you.
Yeah.
Well, I'm very curious to see what the diamond tables are going to play like.
Yeah. I mean, once you come down to anything, like how many leveling points do these tables have?
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Well, I think with the biggest change, with the diamond tables, I'm not 100% sure of the exact measurement, but it's an inch and something higher, height-wise.
Height-wise.
Yeah. So you're actually standing up a little bit higher. So for taller guys,
Yep.
I think I'd like that.
Yeah. I did play on some tables where they were a touch higher. I don't remember which ones they were, but it was definitely a different feel. It's like a snooker table. The snooker table's a lot higher.
Yeah.
Right?
I feel you can just get settled in as a taller guy. I feel like I can get settled in easier on a higher table than a lower table, right? And a lower
taller
table,
guy, dropping down.
Yeah,
if you're
lower
playing on,
tables
like, those-
kill my back.
That's right.
Yeah.
You play on like a gold crown or something there,
Yeah.
a touch lower, right?
Yeah.
So
How is Sean doing? Which Sean? Yeah, Elaine says, me, I wouldn't like that.
So I like Sean had a really nice break here, and he's lost the cue ball a little bit, so he's leaving himself a little bit tougher on this this one ball.
Got away with the rub there, too.
Got away with the rub.
Although it's a fairly simple one-rail hit
Yeah.
for McKay.
This is kind of like, how do you want to hit this, and where do you want to leave the cue ball and the object ball?
Yeah, it's been a while since I've been able to watch Sean McKay. I think the last time I saw Sean was in Red Deer.
Yeah.
Probably at the Alberta Bar Box would have been the last time I saw Sean playing.
Yeah, that's probably.
That's a few years ago.
Yeah. I know we played each other at the Invitational.
Yep.
So
hey, have a good night, Marcelo.
I like the shot here where he comes off the rail and you shoot the one ball, but you play the one ball like a bank corner.
Yeah.
And then you kind of force the cue ball down table.
Yeah.
And you
The
know, you
two-way.
might get lucky on these 7 and 8 ball.
Could even put it in off the 4, just like
like
this.
this.
Look at this.
See?
Off the 4 ball?
Maybe off the 4. But you hit that just a touch later.
Yeah.
Right? And he has a big wall with that 8-7.
Although,
Sean's
you know,
starting the
to
moves
go
already.
from, the moves.
He's pointing there like, don't leave your chalk on the table.
Going from 1 to the 3 is no simple
he's gonna have
task.
to put a good stroke on this.
Well, 7 is acting like a beach ball there.
And I would like to have used the rail on that shot so you can get into it a little bit better.
I agree.
Because that was pure ball and he got nowhere. He's
He,
gonna have to just try to kick and stick. Hopefully
yeah,
we
the
get this
Peggy
3
Lion
ball.
kick.
Yeah, hopefully get this. Oh, he
Oh,
smashed
perfect. Perfect. Oh, is there a window between the 7-8?
that. I think there is. That's a little frustration.
Totally.
I thought he could have just spun this, kicked it off the 1 rail behind the 6.
Yeah.
Made that distance. But instead, he just hammered it. Brazil.
Brazil in the house.
I like watching Fast and the Furious when he's in Brazil.
Yeah, right? This is Brazil.
You're not in America. This is Brazil. That was my Vin Diesel impersonation.
It was good. I caught on right away.
So he tried to put a little inside siding on there, and it just didn't quite grab. I saw the spin kind of run out of juice on the way through.
Well, that's always the hard thing on a 9-foot table. You got to make sure when you connect with that juice that it follows through the length of the shot that you're doing or trying to pull off. Is he going to try the 4-9, or is he just going to play safe?
Options. I would assume he'd play safe here. I could say this just from playing against Mr. McKay is he's a smart player.
Oh, totally.
He's
a thinker.
Yes, he is.
I don't mind just the one bank. Kind of send the 4 off to that right-hand side pocket area and just hit and stick the cue ball.
You can clip this and hook him behind the 8-ball. You can stun it.
Yeah, there's a few different options.
The 9, you know, it's kind of like where you want to leave your opponent. So
that'll do.
He left him where he's going to have to come off this right-hand rail and try to kick into this 4-ball. I just don't think he can run past the 6 and clip the 4.
No, I think that 6 is...
it's a big 6-ball.
That is a monster-sized 6-ball.
One rail and kick this.
You may as well shoot from behind the Great Wall of China.
That's correct, yeah. So let's see how he hits this 4-ball.
He's making a good connection. I think he's just overhitting a bit.
He is hitting the ball way too hard.
Yeah.
You know, if you would have watched like some of the U.S. Open and some of the tournaments that have been online, watch when the pros kick. Like they kick with a purpose.
Yeah.
They're not kind of just hit and hope.
Yeah.
Right? And I think if you would have hit that just a little softer, I think it could have been okay.
I agree.
Now he's just
right. Sean's got a really, McKay's got a nice, kind of a nice steady pace.
He does, yes.
Steady stroke.
Yep.
But you know what? He's always played that way.
Yep.
So it's good to see even through COVID that he's maintained that.
Yeah, and, you know, just like Edwin and some of the other top shooters around, you know, they just always have a knack to find a way to get it done.
Yeah.
You know, like beside me, Edwin is playing. He's playing Martin. And I think Martin is playing Edwin because he's down 4-0.
Yes.
And I seen Edwin make a lot of mistakes.
Yeah.
But
it amazes me still that when you're playing a fella like Edwin, and let's be honest, I mean, he's a beast of a player.
Yes.
Right? I've played Edwin for years and years and years. And I got a real good introduction into who Edwin was and what his ability was when we were playing at the Hideout in the tournaments there.
Yeah.
Now, those were on 7-foot valleys.
That's right.
And I thought I had put him in jail. And if he just kicks like a mule.
Yes.
Right? And it doesn't matter where you leave him on the table. He'll find a way to make the hit.
Very
Efren Reyes-like.
His all-around game is
phenomenal.
Top-notch.
Yeah.
It took me a long time to beat Edwin, you know. Oh, Sean just overcooked that.
Yeah, he pinched that a bit.
Yeah. I think that was more the juice just kind of threw it, you know. I think he could have hit that with just middle ball and it would have been fine, but he put a little bottom on it.
Yep. This is the one thing that I've found with 9-ball is if you try to play too perfect, that's where you get in trouble. or you just do it that way.
Or you miss
That'll
it
work.
really bad,
right?
And get away with it.
The miss is not a miss.
And you know, that's just one of those things where this is 1-1, I believe.
Is it 1-1?
Yeah.
Wasn't that the first game?
Pretty sure Sean won the first game. Yeah, it's 1-1.
1-1?
Yeah. Their coins are on the other end of the table, and I can see they're 1-1.
Oh, I can see them now.
Because you almost had me for a second.
I did.
I was fairly certain Sean won the first game.
I don't know how I missed the first game. What, was I sleeping?
But yeah, I was playing Edwin. I think one time at they had the $200 bar bucks for SML.
Yep.
So the Masters, I guess, didn't have a division.
Yep.
There was just an open.
Yep.
So
it would have been the Elites not having a division. Masters has always been there.
It was somewhere around.
But it was like a
we
Masters.
couldn't
It
play.
used to be Masters A, Masters B.
That's right.
Right? Then they just consolidated it. They called it Masters and then created the Elite.
Yeah.
And hello, Jill Thompson.
So I played Edwin, and I missed one shot, and he beat me. And
Wow.
I'm just like,
Yeah.
beat
How do
this
you
guy?
how do you win against
How
that?
do you beat this guy?
Right?
So there was another tournament we played, and I missed one shot, and he beat me. And I'm like, I'm playing good.
Yeah.
I'm playing good. Come on, you know. So finally, we had a match, and it was at the Westerns at Acadia.
Yeah.
And I wish this was streamed because it would have been probably the sickest match you ever watched. Edwin and I, we broke and ran the first 6 racks each.
Holy.
It was 6-6, hill, my break. And I missed my first shot.
Oh, no.
And I sat in my chair and I was stewing. I'm like, my Lord, I am playing so good right now.
Yeah.
You know, I am playing so good. How did he beat this guy? And then he missed. I think I sat in my chair for about 30 seconds, maybe 45 seconds. To
Yeah.
just
Is this real life?
let myself recover.
Yeah, no doubt.
And so then 2 weeks later, I played him 9-ball at Chills. And now I'm confident I beat him like 5-0.
Holy.
Mind you, he went to the B-side, came back and won. But,
Yep.
you know, it was just really good to, you know, get over those little humps.
Yeah, of course.
And I tell you, I
Larry
played
Wolper
Edwin
had
today.
my number for years.
Yeah.
Oh, it was so frustrating. I finally got the monkey off my back there.
Yeah, that's a big thing. The mental part of this game is huge. Feeling confident and being able to, you know, I would tell people they have a ball straight in the corner and the 8-ball's in the other corner, and I'm like, I need you to just put yourself in this position.
Yeah.
You're playing the best player in the world. It doesn't matter who he is or she. You're playing the best player in the world. This is to win the match. Can you win this? And they'll be like, oh, I just stunned this and stunned that. There you go. That's the mental part of the game.
Yeah, 100%.
You know?
Actually, Kelly and I were talking a little bit about that too, and the fear factor and how you handle those nerves and
Yeah.
all of that kind of. I'm not going to go into it again.
Yes.
Because that was a rather lengthy sidebar, but
Was that my match you were talking?
it might have been your match. Yeah.
Greg probably had the thing where he probably didn't think he was going to beat me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I even said, you know, Donnie got to watch himself here. Because if Greg gets this to 8-6, 8-7, the confidence level starts to increase.
For one.
For one, yes.
So there was a game where I was up a little bit, and we just kept missing the 4-ball, because nobody wanted to make the 5 to the 6. So I got to the 5 to the 6, and I ended up leaving myself a really hard 5-ball. And I even said to myself, just play safety. But I was frustrated.
Yeah.
And I knew if I went for the cut, I was going to lose. And I still did it because I was frustrated.
Yeah.
And then the next game, I missed the 9-ball. And then the next game, I missed the 8-ball. So the 9-ball, that wasn't mental. That was physical.
Yeah.
The 8-ball was probably mental. and when I got back to the table, when I did win the match, you know, I just bared down a little bit more.
Yeah. I could see it in the final game.
Yeah.
I think when you got through the 5-ball, right there it was over.
Yeah.
Right? Because you could see your kind of focus was a little more broad.
Yeah.
And then you got through the 5-ball and it went book.
That's right.
And you were laser from there.
Yeah. I definitely stepped up my mental part.
Yeah.
Because I told myself I can't lose this game. It wasn't like not me losing against Greg, because Greg's a great guy. It was more just for myself.
No, of course.
You know.
Well, and Ben and I were talking about that when him and I were on, you know, this being the Hooey Memorial, and you and, you know, the 4 other players that are here that were on his team. Of course you guys are gunning to win it.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
I'm just hoping there's maybe 1 or 2 of us that can upset 1 or 2 of you all.
Yeah, no, for sure. Looked like he hit this
Look
just a little too hard, but he's gonna.
He's got away with it.
come
He's
just a
good.
little short.
He's all right. That'll do.
But yeah, there was no doubt there for a couple games. I was feeling a little bit of
A little of the pressure.
the pressure. You know, it nothing to do with Greg. You know,
No.
I'm very comfortable playing with Greg. Him and I were teammates for years. You
Yeah.
know, it was just kind of like you make a mistake and it just compounds to another mistake.
Yeah. Well, and I think you let your frustrations kind of
Yeah,
stay where they were instead of
that's right.
just forget it. I made the mistake. Whatever. Move on to the next one. Right.
Maybe
and
taking a 5-minute break
yeah.
would have been an ideal thing, you know. Carlos and I were talking, like, he's like, yeah, you should have just got up and walked away, just took a 5-minute break. And
Yeah.
I said, yeah, you're right,
Yep.
you know. And like I said, when I did get to that table, the very last run out,
Yeah.
I knew I was getting out.
Yeah.
Because I told myself, no more horsing around.
Yeah. I even said that on the stream.
Yeah.
I said, I think Johnny's about had enough of this.
And I actually
We could
hit
pretty much
overhit
call
that
this done.
7-ball.
Yeah, a little bit.
I got really tight on that 8-ball.
Yeah.
And I was already sitting there watching the cue ball roll to the 8, and I kept on thinking, oh, what safety am I going to play here?
Yeah.
You know? And, you know, and as soon as it stopped, I'm like, I could cut this in. It's a thin cut, but I can't hook myself.
Yeah.
Could get shape on a 9 regardless.
Well, and we were saying in that moment that really the only thing you're concentrating on is make the 8.
That's right. Don't scratch in the side.
Don't scratch in the side. Yeah. Just make the 8.
Make the 8 ball.
Just make the cut, right? It really, where the 9 was positioned, it really didn't matter where you landed.
Not at
right?
all.
Back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Doesn't matter how
That
many
was the
times.
only confidence I had about making that 9 or 8 ball.
Yeah.
Is because the 9 ball was in such a good spot.
Yeah.
So Sean here is debating on jumping this ball.
I don't mind the jump.
I think it's there, and
Yeah.
the position
It
is
sends you down to
natural.
the 2, and if you miss, you might get lucky between, the 3, the 8, the 9, whatever's,
That's right.
right? I don't mind going for the make here.
Though the worst part is maybe hooking yourself on the 6 ball.
That could
but
be, for sure.
This jumper that he has a Predator. I'm not sure what that's called. It's a Predator jump cue.
Yeah.
Maybe the
P2.
Air 2 or something.
The P2, I think.
P2. I've used it a couple times. It jumps good.
Have you hit with Nick's?
You were supposed to let me hit with it, and we never got to that point. We
Yeah.
did talk about it.
We did. Nick's jump cue. Now you know that I've gone through my fair share of jump cues, right? I had my original one, and then we went to, which one was it? The IQ. Went to the IQ.
That IQ.
Then we went
was a
to,
great cue.
I still have it. But then I went to Jerry Pepin and the Prevail.
I've always liked Jerry's jump cues. Those
Yeah.
are great jump cues.
And then we went from there to the Thumper, which I thought was just
I have no
the
complaints.
cats, right? And then I tried Nick's. And Nick's takes the cake out of all of them.
Yeah. Well, it looks like he's going to have to make another jump ball here.
Yeah.
You know, I think he
This
was
is a
trying to
hop.
hold
You
this for
got
the side
gotta
pocket.
make this. Right, I'm jumping this to the top left-hand corner.
Oh,
It's
for
the
sure.
biggest pocket.
For sure. For sure, definitely. Position on the 4 is not going to be your best friend.
Nope. But I mean, if you're fortunate enough and you make the 3, you almost can't miss shape on the 4. It's either going to be a shape to make or a shape to play safe. How much is Nick's? That is a really good question, Jarrett. 400 Canadian, I think, somewhere in there.
I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah, but it's just the shaft. That's it. It's just the jump shaft. You can put it on a broom handle.
So I was talking to Joe Spence, and he was telling me that he was using the Q-Tech jumper.
Oh yeah.
And he said, wow,
I think it's called the Propel.
I think so.
Nice effort.
He said he made like 6 or 7 jumps in a row. He was just like, it's not fair. And I really, honestly, I won't even lie to you. I wish we played this tournament with no jump cues. Even though jump cue has saved my life a million times, I would love to play and use kick shots.
See, and there's two sides of the coin, right? The
Yes.
old school are saying, you know, the jump cue, it makes it, you know, tough to just play a standard safety and this, that, and the other. And I'm new school that way.
Yeah.
Right? I think it's another piece of equipment. It's another elevation of the game.
Yeah.
Right? And as easy as it might be for those of us who have, and I know you're one of them, that you know, don't mind the jump shot, get over fairly easy, so on and so forth. It still takes skill. It takes some mastery to get good at the jump shot.
It does, because in our match, Greg was like praising me on all the jumps that I made.
Yep.
And I just looked at him. I'm like, man, I was jumping horrible. I'm like, I wasn't even hitting the right side of the ball. And I was like, oh, I don't even know what was going on with my stroke. But we practiced a lot of jumping, and we got really good at it.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously with the thumper makes things...
No rail.
Oh, jeez. He came up a little short on such a
Yeah,
good shot.
I don't think that was a rail there.
No rail. Just a little short.
Just a touch. It was a really good shot. Really great effort.
But yeah, there's no doubt that these new jump cues make the game a lot easier.
They make the jump easier to get over the ball, but you still have to be accurate.
You do.
Now, with Nick's, what I was surprised with his, the day he brought it over, now, of course, you've got to acclimate to it, right? The same as any other piece of equipment. But the day that he brought it over, I was doing full cue jump because I just put it on my thumper,
Yeah.
right? And I was making full table jump, full cue, withdraw.
Yeah, and that's... I would like to try it out for sure.
Yeah, you'll love it.
As long as I can get it for the right price.
Pretty sure you're connected.
But, I mean, nothing against the thumper.
No, not at all.
I've quite enjoyed
The
that.
only reason I'm going to be honest. The only reason I even thought to try Nick's, two reasons. One, I've tried Ben's because Ben plays with it,
Yeah.
or breaks with it and jumps with it. But the ferrule on my thumper, I cracked it,
Oh.
the whole tip, tip
Wow.
right through the ferrule.
That's hard to do.
Yeah. I hit the brake pretty hard.
Yeah.
When
you
I
do.
want to.
That's right. I like to hit my brakes like a controlled speed brake.
Yep.
You
That
know?
was my second ball. So in 8-ball, when I play my second ball break, that's my go-to control break, is the second ball.
Yeah.
Yeah. John, we're talking about Nick's Q Innovation. He makes a jump shaft. It's a carbon fiber shaft, diamond tip, and the thing. I don't know what he does to the thing, but right. Anybody that's kind of watched Q Sports live for any amount of time, I just went through this with Johnny. We started with my regular jump cue, then we went to like the IQ, and then to which one was it after that?
Thumper.
No, it was Jerry Prevail,
the Prevail,
then the
yeah.
Thumper. So I've kind of made the rotation through a few, and I feel like they just kept getting better. And Nick's, I couldn't tell you how anybody could make one better.
Yeah.
Right? You
The-
got the
the
control,
only
it
thing
gets
that I
over
wish-
so easy.
The only thing I wish with the thumper that I have
Mhm.
is if it had like another like 2 inches on the back.
Yep.
Just a little extension.
Yeah.
I know Richard and I talked about it.
Yeah. Well, Nick could make you one,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
He made me one originally.
Yeah, I think I might give him a shout and see if we can
He can make you one,
make
100%.
one up.
Yeah.
Because he is a clever guy.
Well, he's actually making some carbon fiber extensions.
Okay.
Yeah. So he made me one. Now this is before I bought the Predator that I have now, and then I switched from the Jacoby Black to the Revo. And at that same time, because the Revo is an extra inch longer,
Yeah.
that attracted me. And then I had Jeff order me a 2-inch extension on the butt. So my full Q, sorry, a 3-inch extension.
Yeah.
My full Q is 4 inches longer than most.
Yeah. And that makes a big difference.
Huge, right? And being a taller guy,
Yeah.
I kind of like that. I can get more into a stance.
Well, and so what I do with mine is I actually drop my bridge hand,
Mhm.
and I drop my elbow lower so I'm closer to the ball,
Yeah,
which allows me to
Yeah.
get a little bit better in the back.
yeah.
I have tried the G10 tip on my, oh geez, what cue is it? The bungee. I still have the bungee.
Oh, wow.
And I tell you what, I put a G10 tip on there,
The bungee. God, I haven't heard that name in so long.
and Ben and I were playing around, and he hooked me like 3 times, and I made all 3 with the bungee, and he's like, I'm not even going to hook you anymore.
Right?
It played so good, like that tip hit so good.
Mm-hmm.
And-
I
and
actually,
that's-
so my jump cue I had for years and years. I probably had that jump cue for 10 years.
Yeah.
I bought it off of oh my goodness, why am I'm mind blanking.
Blank.
Yeah.
Well, Sean just overcut a ball really bad here and kind of let the
Benny Lou.
Benny Lou.
That's who I bought it off of.
Nice.
I bought 2 of them. I bought them for
Okay.
$40, and this is probably 10 years ago,
Yeah.
right? At least 10 years ago. And I played with those forever. I thought that was the best jump cue in the world, right? And then we found the IQ, and then Jerry's, and then the Thumper, and yeah, it's just gotten better and better and better. But I mean, that's I think to be expected really at the end of the day, right? And I know that there's a lot of talk out there about carbon fiber being, something that's not going to last, and it's just a fad and all of these things. And I don't think that's true. I think carbon fiber's here to stay. The fad, I think, was the graphite cue, right?
Back in the day.
Yeah, way back in the
Q-tech.
day. Yeah, the graphite cue was just not a good sounding hit, and it didn't
not
play very well.
Play very well.
Yeah.
It was a lot to get used to.
It was a ton, right?
I could say because I've tried.
Yeah, I did
I've
too.
switched through different shafts
Yeah.
throughout the years I played, and
Yeah,
the last 8-9 months I've been playing with this Revo, and I do like it.
yeah, me
It
too.
does make this game a touch easier.
Yeah, you just point and click.
You get a little bit more power than normal, so it allows you to just play that little bit easier shot, so a little bit more accuracy.
Yeah,
But the power's there that brings you back.
yeah.
You know.
But I think the technology, advancement. This is why we don't play with wood golf clubs, right?
That's right.
Because you hear that saying, and I can't stand it,
Yeah.
right? It's the player, not the cue.
And remember
Right.
when I told you about this bottom rail bouncing a little heavy?
Yeah,
Look at this.
right.
It's a little bit thinner for Sean, and he's going to have to play a lot of inside siding just to kind of hold for this 8-ball. It's a very touchy, delicate shot.
This is one I think you almost have to go back and forth with too. I don't think you can
If you do
put
play
that
with
much
enough
inside.
speed, you should be able to go one rail and across back. But if you really want to give it, yeah, come back to this side, and you should almost.
Wow.
And that was just showing you how tough of a shot that was.
Well, and so he hit that about as perfect as you could, right?
right.
That 7 ball was just had enough to roll in, and look where his cue ball landed,
yeah,
right? I think if he puts a little more power in it,
come across.
he
a little
makes
bit more. Yeah.
come across more on
That's
the
right.
right hand side, right?
And if you do hit it harder, your ball does slide a little bit more,
Yeah.
so it's going to stay a little higher than what he had.
Yep.
I think if he hit that just a touch softer, he would have been perfect.
Yeah.
But the shot was
But then
so
you don't make the
hard.
7.
So hard.
Yeah. You don't make the 7 if he hits that any lighter,
Wow.
right? Because that 7 was just rolling into the
He
pocket.
had to hit that so good,
He did. And you know what? He made a great effort at it.
right? Because the shot itself is probably like 65% chance of making it.
Mm-hmm.
But now you put the reverse siding on there, and you drop that number to like 20%.
Yeah.
Maybe even less. So, and that all stemmed from just that bottom rail bouncing a little bit firmer. So it looks like Sean here is going for a smoke break.
Yeah.
Sean Yee.
Didn't say nothing, just walked
He just
right out.
got up. My break. I'm going for a smoke.
Right, I'm out of here.
Maybe we could throw up some of those posters you got up
Well,
there.
I think I might put up a poster of the man that we're all here for.
Yeah.
The one and only Mr. Barry Hooey. This is what this event is all about.
You sit back and you talk about the Hooey tournament, and, you get all warm on the inside, and then you see a picture of him, and it just kind of
Yeah.
hits you a little harder.
Yeah. I got a few different ones.
I got a whole bunch that I sent to Lenny.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got tons.
This
So
is my all-time favorite picture.
This is where the jersey comes from.
Yeah.
If nobody knows,
Yeah.
if you would watch
Well, that's
Steven-
not his. That one's not it.
That's not
right?
it. That's a different one.
This is so. Here's the story. I don't know if you know the story behind the jersey, on where it came from. Okay.
This one?
No.
Or the
one
first
one that you guys wear,
Yeah.
right? Because that's the one on the wall there. That's the one
I
you
just
guys take to
remember this
Vegas.
game that you guys got him to seats.
Yes. Well, so Steph and I were at this game, right? We were in the front row, right at the glass.
Yep.
And I didn't know that Joe and Barry and I think it was
Jackson.
it was Jackson.
Yeah.
Were at the game as well. And when I found out that Barry was there through the second period, I said, "Well, you come down here. I'll go up there. We'll switch seats for a period, and you can
That's
kind of
right.
experience
Yeah.
what this is like." And so he didn't have his own jersey. This is a borrowed jersey.
Okay, I
right?
gotcha.
This is why it looks so tight on him, is because it was
I mean,
borrowed.
look at that smile.
Yeah, man.
That just tells you how much that meant to him.
100%, right? And so Steph and I, after the game, decided that we wanted to. I'm going to leave that picture up. We wanted to take Barry again to a game.
Yeah.
But we wanted him to have his jersey.
Yeah.
Right. And so we went and had the one that you guys wear at your matches.
Yeah.
We went and had that made with Barry one time, right? And we were going to give it to him at the next game that we went to, and unfortunately, we didn't get to go to another one. But yeah, I mean,
Just look at that smile.
yeah, I missed the. And I was saying this earlier in one of the other streams, right? Is I miss his energy in the pool hall,
Yeah.
right? His influence,
Yes.
right?
Yes. For sure, 100%. And you and I know, we were there at the hospital the last day.
Mm-hmm.
Me, you, and Ben.
Yeah,
You know,
that was a rough day.
you know,
I was I don't know. I'm just gonna say it. Yeah, I was there when he tough his last breath.
Yeah.
And
you stayed longer than I did.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was there, and that was tough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got to say bye,
Mm-hmm.
and he wasn't speaking very well, but just in his eyes,
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
what he told me
Yeah.
was just like, that was. I was glad I was there.
Yeah.
You
And me
know?
too.
And we had a really great team dinner prior to that,
Yeah.
and we had some good laughs.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
and that was one of the things I asked him, if he was fulfilled with his life, was he happy?
Yeah. Yeah.
And he told me he was.
Good.
Because I just said, I want to ask you, because when I'm in this position, I want to know if I did everything I could.
Yeah.
And he was in a good place.
Yeah.
And that was probably the best thing that we could feel.
Yeah.
Not to go off topic here, but Sean scratched on the break, and Mr. McKay hooked him, so he's on potential 2 fouls, so we could see a 3
We
foul
could
hook
see
here.
a 3 foul. And I've got to say that I think he did that, and I know it's on purpose, but for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
When you leave and you don't say nothing, I'm going to punish you.
Yep.
That's what I think this is.
Yep. So
This is a tricky hit, right?
it's
And I think the only way to do it is off the bottom rail. Bottom rail and up.
It's so hard to just miss that 2 and hit the 1. you almost have to use the other rail.
Well, and the cue ball tends to want to hop,
Yeah.
right? Because you're somewhat hampered by the two ball, so you got to bridge high.
Yeah.
And when you strike that cue ball high when you're that close to the rail,
It will
it tends
hop.
to want to jump.
Yeah, I agree. And that was it. Like,
Yeah.
if the 2 isn't there, he hits the 1.
Yeah.
But because it's so tight, like, you almost have to use the second rail,
Yeah.
you know? And then this is why I don't like the jump cue, because I could kick that.
Yep.
Not all the time, but a high percentage.
Yeah.
But I understand the
So-
way the rail, like, the slides off and using other rails.
So in that particular shot, knowing that you're going to go into the 2, knowing you got to hit high on the cue ball anyway, why not try Alain Martel?
If you
Pop
could
the
hop-
rail
if you
over the
could hop
2
over
and-
it, so what you do is you put spin on the ball.
Yeah,
So when the ball lands, you kind of don't know the control of your cue ball.
it's true.
If you could have went 2 rails,
But at the same time, if you're going into the 2 anyway,
yeah, but he didn't have to go into the 2. He
no,
could
I
have played the
agree.
2 rails and it
I
would've been
agree,
a lot
but
simpler.
I mean, as we saw, you topped in on the cue
Yeah.
ball, went off the rail, hopped
Yeah.
a little bit and into
Yeah.
the 2,
Yeah.
right? So I'm saying if you're going to do that, do it with purpose and just hop the 2. Right? I know it's a lot more difficult.
It's a
Look
lot
at
more
this.
difficult, but Mr. McKay is not.
He taking
He
no
is
prisoners today.
ruthless. I like Sean McKay. He's a good guy.
He is.
We've gone golfing a few times.
Oh, I bet
Yeah,
he's probably a good golfer
Yeah,
too.
he's a good golfer. We had a
Yeah.
lot of fun. You know, but he's a competitor,
Yes, of course.
and this is just. I think most people that do play pool are competitive.
Yeah, of course.
But when you get to that
Everybody
upper-
wants to win.
upper stage, I mean, we gamble on everything.
Yeah.
Or we compete against everything.
Yeah, of course.
It's something so simple. You just want to beat everyone, and you're born with that, I think.
100%.
You know, like I hate losing, even though I'm a nice guy and I'm gracious.
You're a nice guy? Who's been filling your head full of smoke?
But I hate losing. I am competitive, and
There's a great
there
hit.
you go. There's
There's a great hit.
We should have like a little.
That's
clap in
golf
here.
clap, right?
Sean.
I can give him a handshake for that. Job well done there. That was a great shot. And Sean McKay not letting up.
This isn't a.
This one's
hook,
not a bad.
but it is
hit.
definitely there.
It's there. I think he can actually see the ball.
Yeah, he can. He could see half the ball.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's trouble only because you're hampered over the 4, right?
Yeah, that's
Just the
correct.
bridging is a little bit.
So he'll probably
awkward.
try to slide into this and try to put the cue ball behind the 6 and bring the
Or the one ball.
up table.
Yeah, or the reverse of that. Just based on where the 8 is.
Yeah. So see, he just needs to get just a hair bit more juice to go around.
Mm-hmm.
And I think your plan would have been a little bit better to just push
Just push the 1.
over,
Yeah.
because he had
Push the
that half.
2 rails behind the 6 ball, right?
He had the good half for that for sure.
Yeah.
But he did get away with it.
he did. He totally did. He's married to the backside of the
He
3.
is. And Sean's looking at this like.
Yeah, what the? You might have to try the Z. Well, the Z kicks gets tough because, again, you're close to the rail, right? And to
And-
put that mustard on, you're going to want to hop the rail again.
Exactly. And when you do come off that second rail, it comes a little wider.
Why did our camera move? Interesting. Nobody's even there.
No, maybe it's that other chair is so close.
Yeah, I've had them move that.
That other chair could be just a little too
Joe,
close.
can you push that chair up a bit?
All right. there
That'll
you go.
work.
So he tried to play
I missed what
a
happened there. I know.
very, and like he didn't miss it by much. He gave it the 2 railer with a little check siding to straighten it out,
Okay, yeah.
and he didn't miss by much.
I was busy monitoring the camera. I didn't get to see the shot.
If you were to look at the options he had, that was a hell of a try.
Nice.
Yeah, that was.
Well, and Sean's got kind of the run of the table too. To the 3 might be a little difficult
so
here.
this is like silly.
Oh,
This
yeah.
is silly.
This is.
You have an open table.
Yeah.
Don't-
Sean's going to try to say, look, I got
wanna
you
hook
one
me,
better.
I'm going to hook you, and then you know what? Maybe
This
he
is-
gets unlucky. Maybe Sean gets lucky.
Yeah,
maybe
this
he
is-
doesn't play a good shot.
Yeah.
You had ball in hand with an open table.
Yeah. No good. No good for that.
No. And if you run this out, you definitely put yourself into a rhythm.
Well, the problem is you actually start to lose your game stroke, right?
Yep.
Now you're in safety stroke.
Yep.
You're in safety mentality,
That's right.
right? And you don't want to stay in that spot, right? To play it once, maybe twice, okay. But the more and more you play into that safe zone, the harder it is for you to get back to running racks.
Exactly. He might play a safety here behind that 9 ball. Oh, he just decided to play that 1 rail. Okay, I see what he's doing here.
Don't want to hang that up over the side.
No.
That's an easy 1 railer.
I thought he might have played like the 1 ball, 2 rails and have the cue ball come off the rail into the 4.
Sean goes for the short cue.
It's a pretty tight jump, but it is makeable.
It is makeable, but jumping it, I think, brings in the corner pocket.
If he hits it square.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right, where if you 1 rail kick that, that's never potential. And almost a guaranteed hit at that point.
He hit that right into the horn.
Sure did.
But I think he slightly got away with it again. He left it just short of the side pocket.
He did, but I think Sean's, I mean, you know what, we're going to see, because at the beginning of this match, this 1 ball would have went in no problem for Sean.
Yeah.
Now that they've kind of been in this safety battle with each other, let's see if that has an effect on the shot here.
Nope.
None.
He stroked that in like a champ.
Sure did.
He's got to play combo on his 3 ball. But once that's done,
Do you play the combo or do you just draw? Put the 2 to the bottom right and just draw to the right side of the 3 off the rail and in behind?
it makes the shot a little bit harder. I think if he just runs us in with middle ball, he'll be fine for the combo. It makes the shot a lot easier. His only problem
I'm just not a
is
fan of combos.
I hate
They're
combos.
my worst.
I hate combos. I do. But in this situation, I don't mind taking it on. Because if he tries to come across and underneath it, I mean, you could miss the 2 ball.
He is playing the combo.
Yeah.
The nation.
And so the only thing he needs to make sure is that he can maintain an angle from the 3 to the 4.
Yeah. Well, don't roll up on the 3 here. Not happy with himself.
No.
Although 3 to the 4 is no easy shot here. With the cut, you're coming in awfully
He's coming
hot
in
to go to
awfully
that.
steep. So you could just hit this just before the diamond by the side pocket, and you should come that 1 extra rail. And so if he would have hit that with a little bit more juice, he could have hit that diamond just below the side pocket, and he would end up with the cue ball there without hitting the 9 ball. But now we're in a situation here.
Yeah, now, although, you know, the safe back here for Sean, once he makes the 3 ball, so long as you can see the 4,
Yeah.
you can play the 4 off the rail into the 9, stick the 4 there, and send the cue ball back down
Yeah.
to the other side of the table.
4 ball.
Well, that's definitely one of the keys to it. You have to be able to see it.
This is tight. I think he could just see it.
You know, the shot here hit before the 4 ball,
I
left
was
hand
just- hit the rail
spin,
first.
rail first.
Clip the 4.
Clip the 4,
cue
you got
ball
it.
goes down table.
Yeah,
See what he
we're
plays here.
doing this, Johnny.
That's right. Our hands are moving. I'm sure.
Oh,
he
he
hit
caught
the
thick.
4. He hit the 4 first.
Yeah, he caught that thick.
Yeah.
He did more rail.
Yeah. Yeah. If he would have hit rail first,
Yeah, 100%.
he would have had a beautiful little safety. But now, Sean has a
It's
chance to get
cuttable.
out here.
It is definitely cuttable. Kind of got away with that a little bit.
It's definitely a little trickier than he wanted to. So there are certain angles that you have that you can only do with the cue ball, and as weird as it sounds, I kind of would have popped that in with a little bit extra bottom and come off those 3 rails.
I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It might sound a little funny, but with the
No,
way
I
these
agree
rails
with you.
play,
Almost
it
4
works out.
rails, right?
That's right.
Just
Exactly.
on where that angle was.
Exactly.
I think 4 rail in behind would have been perfect.
And
Although
he
this is going to
played
work, it looks
He
like.
played a great shot on the 5. Like,
Yeah.
the 5 was not easy to get onto the 6. And
No,
made
he played
look
that.
easier
Yeah.
than it was.
Yeah, he played it really well.
Yeah.
But I mean, you're forcing angles at that point, right? Where if he would have just done like you said, put a little extra heat on it, go around the 4 rails, certainly makes the out a lot easier,
That's
right?
right.
Where you're not having to force angles.
And he's perfect on this.
Yeah, we're
on here. We're
tie
gonna-
ball
we're gonna-
game. It looks like.
3-3. So yeah, like I mean, Sean Yee is no stranger to the 9 ball. We've been going to Mark Vino's house quite a bit and hitting some balls. So
The Vino bot.
we have a small circle, so you know,
Yeah.
stay within it.
Edwin going scalping. Tried to slam in the one
Is that
ball.
what he tried to do?
He's tried to slam in the one ball and the cue ball left the table. This table's been breaking tough.
You can see
I'm
it's a
sure
little
you remember
loose.
that from your match. This table's been breaking tough.
Yeah, I hit a couple like I broke and ran the first rack,
Yeah.
and then after that, it was really hard to
No, I don't think
Get things
think
going.
anybody made a ball on the break after your first one.
I made one later on.
Did you?
And I had a chance to get out, and I pooched that one. Really
Yeah,
bad.
for the most part, there was. I don't think. Greg.
Greg made 2, I think, as well.
Did he
Or
make-
1 for sure? I knew he made 1 for sure. But yeah, overall, a lot of dry breaks.
Yeah, table's breaking tough.
That was
Really nice shot.
Nice shot there by Sean.
Yee.
I love. how
Oh,
you
that
threw
was a
in
good one,
there.
right?
That was perfect.
Sean Yee. Could have been Yee, could have been yeah. I could have been just agreeing.
And this is one of those examples where I was talking about earlier. Is like when you want to hit this, you got to hit this with purpose.
Yeah.
When you watch a lot of the pros play, like I really enjoyed it. Ideally, you'd like to hit the high side of this and try to like bring it down table,
When stick the cue ball.
right? But so he hit this side, which meant he's giving this way. But if you hit the high side, they go opposite.
Mm-hmm.
It's a higher percentage of missing, but the results are better.
Tries to hold it.
Tried to hold that.
I don't know if I would have tried to hold that. I probably would have played to the right side of the table for
It
the 2
goes
to the
in-
top
it
left.
goes into the top left,
Yeah.
right? So I think the only saving grace is he's going into the 3 now. So
Yeah.
he missed the 3, so
he
now
missed it,
he's
but
gonna have to. He could play the bank here. The bank is.
oh, the
on.
bank is on for sure. Nice little pop off the rail.
Yeah.
Shooting off the beach though,
Yeah.
and reverse to the blind pocket. Made it look easy.
Yeah. Play the right shot, 2 rails, and leave yourself just below the 5.
Nice
So you
little
just
straight
make sure
follow.
you don't get straight on the 6 ball, and everything should be pretty easy.
Came up a touch high, I think.
Yeah, but if he can just land like, you know,
Oh, just mid-table.
yeah, just get like this is too much angle.
Oh,
I don't like this. I would have played a little outside. Come on
yeah,
this side.
for
Use
sure.
the rail,
Yeah.
and you could kill the speed. Now you're.
Now you're back and forth,
That's right.
and that's what happens. You end up forcing, but then make the
Exactly.
bank.
No, he didn't get away with it. But that's exactly what it was. Is
Yep.
He should have left himself a shot to go into the rail,
Yep.
which controls the cue ball for that. You saw when he did that. He wasn't trying to miss. He's forcing that.
Yeah.
Because look where the 9 and the 8 are.
Yeah.
You have to get fairly decent on that. So he's got a blind cut here, so he's going to have to control this cue ball to come to the.
Yeah, he's got to go to the right side.
In the same pocket.
Yeah. Right side of the 9 ball.
And your eyes play tricks on
Good
you
stand
because
up.
you start going towards that pocket.
Yeah, good stand up.
You
He just
know?
had 2 players
Yeah,
walk right through his
two
line of
guys
sight.
just walk right across.
Oh, he hit that good.
Right. Left himself a little bit of a thinner cut, but this is not a problem.
No, I think you're good from this point, Mr. McKay, to take the lead again.
Mm-hmm.
Very steady. Oh, there.
Extra bounce off that top rail. Did you see how quick that
Yeah.
was?
That came live.
The bottom rail and the top rail are
Right?
live
Live from the top rail at Leather Pocket.
That could have really switched the matchup here.
Oh, momentum changer for
Right?
sure. All right, guys. I need to ask a favor. There's that little share button down on the bottom left-hand side of the screen. I know it's late, 12 o'clock Friday night. Give that button a little love for me. Hit that share button. See if we can attract a few more viewers. The more, the merrier. We do pay attention to the comments if y'all have any questions.
I love talking to the people when they
Right.
put something up here. I like to respond back.
Yeah,
Get a little feedback, you know.
Right.
Have a little conversation with some people.
I agree. Earn yourself a sharer badge. I see lots of comments. No sharer badges.
So does he go to the side or the corner?
You gotta go corner for higher percentages, or you try and play safe and get away with it.
I don't think he was trying to play safe. I think he's trying to play bank corner.
Corner bank, yeah, potentially. I mean, fairly easy hit for McKay here.
I mean, to miss a 6 the way he did in the 8.
Yeah.
A little fortunate there for sure. This is one of those kick and stick shots.
Yeah, the good old Alex Pagulian.
Yeah.
He is the master
If he
at this
hits
kick.
perfect. He should drop this behind the 7 and hit the 4.
Yeah, the kick stick.
So he hit it just a little thin. But he
does
did
he
have
get away?
quite a bit to get around that 6.
He
Let's
sort of
see.
got away with it. Not fully.
Yeah.
It's an off-angle back cut combo.
So that's one of those things where if he would have hit that a little softer, he would have got more juice. And he would have stuck a little bit better. Because he had to put quite a bit to just miss that 6 ball.
Yeah.
So hitting it harder, ball slides a little more. So you got to hit it just a touch softer and really follow through.
Yeah.
Because if you don't follow through, you're not going to get the juice.
Yeah.
And if you hit it too hard, you're going to slide.
Oh, I must be up here pretty quick. If Mr. Francis is at the table, he must be up here fairly quick.
Oh, geez. Why'd you have to say that? He just missed the 9 ball because of you.
I didn't even see that he was playing, but whoever his opponent is, when he missed that 9 ball, he shot out of his chair.
That is, what's his name again? I played him at the Norm tournament. He's been here a lot. He practices a lot. I think I gave him a couple of pointers on his practicing drills.
So it's your fault.
And he's starting to get better and better, right? I'm drawing a blank on his name.
Yeah,
I think it starts with an R.
Oh, it does. Oh.
I'm sure if
God,
we went
Johnny.
on challenge, we would find
Oh
it.
man, you had to do that. Now
What
I've got
is the
I got a
score
sliver
on
in my
Norm
brain.
Sets and Jesse Nowak's match.
That I don't
Somebody
know.
has 2 or 7. I'm not. I'll find out which way the coins are going.
Johnny, give me a sliver in my head like that. Give me 1 second here.
Definitely an interesting trying to remember his name. I'm really drawing a blank here. But Sean definitely has a very good opportunity to get out here and to tie this match up to 4-4. Once we get a better score on Norm's match, I'll let you know what's happening with that there, Johnny.
Johnny, ooh, Jesus.
That was loud.
That was loud. Buddy, can I ask you a favor?
Of course.
I'm up in 2 tables.
Okay.
Can I leave this with you?
Of course. Who else could we slide in here to help keep me company? What about Stan Tarancho?
Stan can jump in. Give me 1 second.
So let's watch how this back row reacts. Just that little extra bump on it, eh? So this is just going to be a pure draw shot here. Don't do too much. Don't try to get too fancy. Make the shot with just a hair of draw and you'll slide over perfect. Just like that. What a nice little stroke. Fortunately, he hit it just a hair too hard, so he's going to have to come with a shot here. I have to play a little bit of a... I just don't know if he's going to be able to hold this. It's always hard to see what kind of angle we have from my side. But this is kind of one of those reasons why I didn't want to play this angle, because now he's going to have to try not to scratch in the side pocket to get to the 9-ball here. So you almost have to sacrifice your shape positional play with a little bit tougher 9-ball. See, if he would have kind of played that with bottom, come off the 2 bottom rails, he would have had a little bit better angle on this, not so sharp. So he's going to dig into this. Hit it very well. And is he going to land on top of this? That was the problem. That was just too steep of a shot. I think you just play that to the other rail, just below the side pocket and come out middle table. Or left himself a better angle here, at least a makeable shot. Now he's just in a fairly tough shot here. The cut shot's on, and the bank shot is on. But it all depends on how you feel as an opponent. And what you feel good about. So it looks like I'm going to be joined by Mr. Stan Taranjo. And if anyone has any good advice, he does. Most definitely. Probably one of the most consistent players in Canada for the last 20-odd years. See if he can figure out how to put this mic on. Yeah. All right, he looks comfortable. We'll just get his volume up.
All right, Johnny.
How's it going, Stan? I'm glad that you're joining me here.
Oh, yeah. It's tiring.
Oh, he slightly overcut that.
Oh,
How did
yeah.
did you play your match today?
Yes, I I played Darla.
Oh, okay.
See, we both didn't play very good at all.
But you came ahead.
Yeah.
That's good. It's always tough playing female players, especially because Darla is such a good player.
Yeah.
You give them that little, just a little bit, and then they get you.
Oh yeah.
You
Well,
know?
I was up 7-1, and then she started making her comeback on me.
Good thing you had a good lead.
Yeah.
Okay, so we got 5-3 for Sean McKay.
Wow, Sean Yee and McKay. Oh, that's a good match there.
Yeah, it's a very good match.
I wonder how bro Johnny is up. Johnny Latender doing up there.
I'm not 100% sure here.
Yeah.
I haven't been able to see. We were actually talking about that earlier, where we should have like some scorecards around. And maybe
Yeah, you should. Yeah, like
be
right
able
up,
to
right up,
see.
like sitting on a table on that, and you could just flip
That's
the
right.
numbers over.
Because
No,
some
good.
guys want to know how Norm and Jesse are playing. And
Yeah.
I see the coin at 2, or it's at 7. It just depends on which way you go with the
Yeah.
coins up the table, down the table. And they went on a smoke break.
They're
Well,
probably
Jesse probably went
yeah,
on a smoke
it's probably 7.
break. Yeah, they've been playing for a little while, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, and I'm still not 100% sure what the score is on that table. So this table has been breaking a little tough. And if you want a little knowledge nugget, these rails on this particular table, the top and bottom rail are playing a little bit livelier than the rest.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, that's good to know. I might be playing there tomorrow.
Oh, I'm sure you'll be on the table eventually.
Yeah.
You know.
I think I got to play De La Cruz there tomorrow.
Oh, okay. So that'll be a fun match.
Yeah, 12 noon.
Yeah. I think I play Johnny tomorrow.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. So
That'll be a good match.
hopefully I can maintain my stroke here,
Yeah.
and hopefully I can figure out my break.
Well, Sean's going to have to push out of here somewhere.
Yeah,
This
it's
is
not. Sean played a pretty good, nice little safety, I think, there, and it's
Yeah.
making him tough. Oh, he's playing a push, so that's from
Yeah.
the break. Okay.
so he's just leaving the sliver out there for him.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think he's going to go for a
No.
combo on the 2-9.
No, it's just a little too much thin cut.
He's going to give it back to him.
Yeah. That's right there, Mr. Wasey. Little Triple P and Uncle Stan.
Wasey.
Yeah. So I think if Sean could go off the rail into the 3, and if he could just pass that 6 ball, I think he could leave him somewhat safe. But that is a little bit of a tricky shot. If he could hit that rail and the 9 ball, I think he will leave him safe.
He can probably hit as much as he can get on that 1 ball and go railing off the 9. No, he's just going to play safety. There, look at that. That was dead combo. If he hit, if he had
He had to
slammed
hit
it.
that a little thicker.
Okay.
You have to hit the rail and then the 9.
Yeah.
But, I mean, he did play the push, and he did leave himself that shot.
Yeah.
And now Sean McKay is looking at this, licking his chops.
Looking easy now. Now 1-9 combo.
Yeah, Daniel, I think you're right. I think we should have some sort of a digital ticker for some other matches, and we can have some updates going on with that.
Yep.
I think that's, oh my God, I
look
think,
at
see,
this.
remember when I told you the bottom rails bounce a little more?
Wow.
The bottom rails bounce a little more. And, and there you go, scratcheronis. And that's a mistake you don't see from Sean McKay very often. So the rules of 9 ball, it's not ball in hand, it's spot the 9. Or, well, it would be ball in hand because he did scratch.
Yeah.
But you spot the 9, so it's not a loss. And so Sean has a great opportunity to get ball in hand and run out on this table. Oh, John Latender is playing Sam Beard. That would be a good match.
Sam Beard.
Yeah. Because he has the big beard. His game has gone a long ways in the last couple of years. I remember playing him numerous times at Chills, and
Well,
every
you would know
year
him.
it gets tougher
He's from
and
here,
tougher.
right? So
Yeah, he definitely makes you sweat a little bit more.
Yeah.
But I love that, you know? Anytime someone can push you to be a little bit better,
yeah.
you know? And he knows all the angles, you know?
So John's John is pretty tough then. He's got a
It's
tough
going to be
player.
a good match.
Yeah.
It's going to be a good match, for sure, you know? Yeah, definitely, Daniel, that would be something. Send an email to Q Sports Live or get a hold of Grant or Ben, and I'm sure, you know, some sort of collaboration would make something happen. I know Ron does it for Winnipeg area.
Yeah.
He does a great job. This looks like it's a little
went
short.
short on it. He drew too much on that on the first rail.
Yeah. Middle ball with siding.
Mm-hmm.
As soon as he hit that, I knew he was short. It's a good thing that he's such a good jumper.
Yeah, fucking.
Hitting
Yeah,
this is probably a high percentage. Making it, I give him 30% chance of making this.
he knocked me out of the tournament last time over at the hitting spot.
Oh, the Stampede
Hooked
bar
him, yeah, he
box.
hooked himself hill and on the 8 ball and pulled out the jump stick and made a 8.
Yes.
So he's got a good chance of making it, I think. Oh yeah, he's good. I thought he was going to spear it.
I think he's just trying to figure out where this cue ball is going to go after, because it's going to naturally go 2 rails, but is it going to be jump? You know.
He could like probably jump, like
Yeah,
land right on it,
that's
like.
right. I think he's just going to elect to kick her instead.
Yeah, like if he was going to jump that, he'd have to like jump hard enough to land smack on that 6 ball.
Yeah. Yeah, if he can hit this proper and just miss the side pocket.
Miss the side pocket and
Leave it on the back rail.
Yeah.
I love practicing the shots. I
Yeah.
practice these so much because they come up so often.
Yeah.
And I feel very comfortable on hitting this.
Damn, Johnny, this old man is tired.
You're tired?
I'm pretty tired, yeah.
Oh, yeah. I bet you had a long trip.
Yeah.
Come from Vancouver up to Edmonton, back
Yeah.
down. See, once again, and I noticed this with Sean earlier.
He drilled it.
He hits the ball so hard on these kicks. And it's just like, are you just hoping to get lucky?
Yeah.
You know, you hit that at an easy speed. That when you hit the 6 hits the side rail and goes to the bottom rail. Or
Yeah, I
top
noticed the bottom rail had that big bounce from the 6. The
That's
6
right.
like bounced, hit the end rail and just bounced right.
That's right.
Yeah. It just barely touched it too.
Yeah.
But the side rail is bouncing pretty normal, right?
I would say the table's playing a little quick, so I think in general that the side rails are hitting fairly
Yeah.
average, and that the top rail and the bottom rail are just going a little extra. I was playing on this table earlier, and I played a couple cut shots, played 1 rail shape, middle table, and boy, did I was way out to
Oh, look at
lunch.
this there. That came right out off the side
Yeah.
rail too.
But he did hit that a little firm.
Yeah.
You know, he hit that with a little bottom siding, and but I think he thinks he's fine for this. Not a problem for Mr. McKay. Well, I could say Sean's had a few opportunities and he's let a few get away. And you will not get very far playing like that. We watched Vino play on this table, and he had a couple rough matches, and
Yeah.
Vern Sylvester played great.
Who won there?
Oh, Vern beat him.
Vern
like
got it.
9-2 or something.
Sweet.
Yeah, he played pretty steady.
Yeah.
You know, 6-3. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like if you were betting on that match, I mean, you would probably bet on Vino, right?
Well, Vino is my friend, so it has
Yeah.
to be somewhat biased, but I would bet on Vino for sure.
Yeah. Well,
And I mean, I've played against both guys for a few years, so you know, it was just one of those situations where Vino just wasn't getting a couple good looks, and Vern got away with a couple good ones, and he said he made mistakes and he got punished for them,
yeah.
and
Well,
that's what's supposed to happen,
especially in 9 ball, you can get away with.
especially in 9 ball.
Can I get a picture of you guys? The Bannock Bros.
The Bannock brothers.
Old generation, new generation.
Yeah. Joe Spence just getting a picture of me and Stan on the mic here. I mean, it's not very often we get to get Stan on the mic,
Yeah.
and if he wasn't so tired, I'm sure he'd be dropping a lot of knowledge on us because he's been around. for a few years,
Around and some.
and has done very well. You know.
Oh, and look at
No, Edwin Montez is
Edwin.
sitting here, sitting beside Stan. Oh, look at that, eh?
Oh, that's a nice shot.
That was a very pretty shot.
Yeah.
Dangerous?
He played that like
But
Edwin
pretty.
Montel would have played it. Jedwin.
Oh. Sean plays with a lot of emotion, you know. Like you could see he's starting to speed up a little bit, you know.
6'4".
And he'll do that when he's got that little fire in his pants right now. And he could be very dangerous.
Okay, Sammy the Beard's just moving one coin.
Oh, so he's at
I think
4.
he's up 4.
So he must be up 4-1.
4-1 or 4-2, yeah.
Yeah, I can't really see that far. So it looks like, yeah, it's a tight match. I mean, race to 9. If you don't finish, it could be a close match. I was up 8-2, and then it was 8-6 before I knew it.
Wow.
Made a few mistakes. So let's see how this break goes, because this table has been breaking very tough. And it was a dry break, but he got away with it.
Well,
I'll try to find out his name there, Daniel. I think it was Rod. I can't remember his name. Oh, he played the little thin cut. And he got a little unfortunate with the kiss off that 5 ball. Was that the 3 ball or 5?
I didn't see it. What happened there?
Yeah. So he played the thin cut to play safe, but he clipped the 3 ball and scratched in the corner.
Oh, okay.
So earlier when Sean scratched, Sean McCabe decided to go for the 3 hook rule. We'll see if he attempts to do it again.
He's got a chance here. Yeah, he's going to do it.
He's going to go for it again.
Yeah.
So this was a mistake that Sean Yee made, was he ended up not getting the 3 hook foul. And he ended up getting ball in hand. But he went for the foul instead of running the table out on an open table.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and he had a good chance of winning that game.
Yeah, because of the 3 balls in the kind of in the bad spot here.
And this is what you want to do, is you want to get it close to these 7 and 3. Oh, see.
That's a good one, yeah.
He's going to have to play that 1 ball a little bit tougher to hook him. If it stayed off that 7 ball, I think he had a great chance of hooking him. Now,
I think he has to go for a run out here, or well, we'll see if he gets a ball in hand here. It'll be tough to get It'll be tough to get the three foul here.
Yeah, I agree. Sean Yee is in a very tricky little spot here. This is an old snooker shot, playing the 3 rails like this. You know, you try to go for that black ball hit. The shot
You
is
might get
there.
1, 2, 3, 4 rails. Try to hit it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go, Catherine. She's got it. I knew it had a last name like that. It was tough, and I didn't want to say it because I didn't want to sound stupid, but that's it. And he does a great job. I like watching some of his streams when I have a chance. And I do know a few people out in the Manitoba area, so it's good to see some familiar faces. Yeah, this is basically your tournament life here, because you miss this, you can go down 7-4.
How about 4 rails here? Look, you hit this short rail here, go this way here, and get just right by the side pocket, and then come out and just clip the like.
That's what he's looking at right now.
Yeah.
Playing that little 3 rail hit.
Or
Hopefully, he just wants to make sure because it's gonna spit off that
Yeah.
so wide off that third rail. It's just gonna spit out. So you almost have to hit just above the diamond,
Yeah.
the middle diamond that is.
I think it'll be easier to gauge it if you can go 4 rails.
Yeah,
To go this way, 4 rails instead of 3 rails.
yeah, yeah. If you can go past that 4 or 5, you should be able to come off that 4th rail pretty nice. And might even make the 7 if you, well, I don't know if he'd hit it that hard, but so it looks like he's finally going to line up and play the shot here.
Come on, Sean, you're on the clock.
We need the clock here. Who's got the ticker? Kind of want to hit just below where his chalk is on this table. And it should release. And Stan wants to play the 4 rails, which I think was probably a little bit better of a hit because you have more 1 ball to hit. Here he's only got a quarter of the 1 ball to hit. Yeah, so I think he hit that right on the chalk where the chalk is. He needed to hit that just below the chalk.
If he probably slow down on this. If he hit too hard, I think he probably hit half that speed. He might have hit that 1 ball.
Maybe, but he actually hit that almost by the diamond just before the side pocket, and he hit that diamond, the middle diamond. So he already called the 2 fouls on Sean Yee.
Oh, he's going to go for another one here? No, he's going to go for a run out here.
I think he would go for the run out.
Yeah, he's going to run out here.
I mean, it's a pretty easy table.
Yeah, 4, 5,
and this is
6,
where
7. Yep,
where
it's an easy one.
Where Sean had Sean Yee had an opportunity earlier in the match like this. He had that ball in hand, and he elected to play a foul, and it didn't work out. He ended up losing the game.
Yeah.
So it was a poor decision on his part.
Well, what's going to do? You going to follow on this one here? Yep.
Just play the 1 railer back middle table. Shoot the 4 in the side pocket.
Oh. Oh, now he's going to put that 6 ball
Yeah, you put
in
the
a
6
little funny place now.
Then you landed a little awkward on the 4 to the 5 here. So he needs to get to the below the 5 ball.
Yeah.
You know, which I think if he puts enough reverse siding on here, he might be able to get there.
Running English. Oh,
he went bottom. He's looking around and he's kind of shaking his head a little bit. Now the thinking cap's on. That's a tricky little shot here to play the 2 rails and play the 6 in the side, because if you clip that 9 ball, you're in trouble. You hit the 7 ball, you're in trouble.
Oh, I think he can do it. He can just put bottom in it. Just
let the cue ball do its thing.
Yep.
And he hit that perfect.
He might.
Do you think he's going to play the safety?
Play the safety here to get his 3rd one.
I mean, the 6 does go on his side, but he's going to awkward on the 7.
Yeah.
And
just
play the
he'd want to freeze on that 8 ball.
That's right. And I think that's a lot easier than going for the shot, because he's looking at the 7, what kind of angle he's going to have. Because he knows if he hits his 7, if he gets on this side, he's going to hit the 8 ball or the 9 ball.
Yeah.
So it's all preference, I think. Oh, it looks like he's loading up to
going
go
for it. He's going for it, yeah. I don't know what kind of angle he's got. He's almost straight in, I think.
Yeah, he could just roll this in off that rail of about 6-7 inches off that rail, and that's about it. Oh, he didn't even go off the rail. He just waited. Yeah.
He's straight in, that's why.
So this is one of those clip the 9 ball and then come straight up table. Or does he go around it?
No, he'll clip.
Yeah.
He'll run into it. Oh. Oh, it didn't.
Yeah. Just from the
Yeah,
screen, it looked
yeah,
like he
it
might
looked
hit
like,
it.
Yep.
Yeah. But I honestly, the way these guys were playing, I thought he was going to just shoot the 6, stun him behind the 8 ball.
Yeah.
and that would have been it. Yeah, plenty of room for sure. So Sean McKay about to take a 7-4 lead against Sean Yee. A couple nifty little shots and a couple good safeties here. These guys haven't been making too many mistakes. So that's the moral of the story, really, is these breaks have been super dry.
Yeah.
So we'll see if Sean can figure out this break. He likes to pop the break a little bit. So he gets that cue ball popping up a little.
Maybe he can resort to medium speed.
Yeah, I like the way that's... No, he went for the whole enchilada. Came up a
And
little
he's got to
dry,
push.
but Sean's going to have to... So the brackets are on challenge. I don't know how to share to this, but it was shared to a couple of the, I think Calgary Pool Scene and a couple other places were sharing them. If I can get a hold of one of the guys here, because Grant is playing and Ben is playing, and I'm not sure where Steph is, but they would know how to do it.
Steph will just
Unless somebody knows how to
lurking
share
around
to
here.
it, they can do it. But it is on challenge. It was a nice out. So you go for the massive cut shot and try
Yeah,
to...
he's going to. Sean will go for that.
Yeah. He played that quite well.
Yeah,
3
he's-
goes into the side.
He's such a great potter.
He is, yeah. He did struggle there with his thyroid, I guess. His eyes were getting a little twitchy there around the New Year.
Really?
Yeah, he was having a hard time seeing out of his eye. And there we go. Thank you, Jody. Yeah, he was having a hard time looking out his eye.
Mhm.
Yeah. Because we'd go to Vino's and we'd practice and we'd play a little pool, and sometimes we played Scotch doubles, and I had to give him a hard time because he kept missing. But I knew it was because of his eye.
Yeah.
I just like to give guys hard times. Makes it fun. So yeah, it looks like he could just roll this into the side and play the 4 on the other side, which would give him the angle to the 5 ball, and he's got a pretty nice out.
I think he's going to put a little bit bottom, just try to stop there.
Yeah.
Because he's almost straight in, though.
Oh,
Wow. Missed an easy shot there.
you know, and that's one of those things where I try to tell people sometimes when you put bottom on the ball, you kind of push it.
Yeah.
You know, you have to slightly overcut it just a hair.
Looked like he just rushed that shot, too. He just got down, just one-stroked it.
Yeah.
And McKay doesn't have an easy shot either here. It's a lot.
No, he's just going to have to come back and forth and play this 4 into the
Yeah.
bottom right-hand corner. The speed is everything on this shot.
Yeah, that's.
Did he get lucky?
Nope. Yep.
But, you know,
Nope.
that's what made the shot harder was the
Yeah.
speed, right?
Yeah.
Forcing that a few extra paces there. So Sean shooting over the 9 ball or the 8 ball
ball,
here,
yeah.
but I think he's fine. I think he makes this a high percentage of the time. doesn't have to do a whole lot with the cue ball. You know, ideally you'd want to draw this back a few inches, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a. I say Sean makes that a high percentage of the times. I just think he might have tried a little too much there.
Yeah.
Because when he aims super low on the ball. Like if you watch him shoot. And I think that messes with your accuracy just a touch.
Sean Yee.
Yeah.
Does it? Yeah.
Yeah, if you watch him play. That was a nice shot.
And McKay usually just uses center ball, a lot of center ball,
He
right?
does.
Yeah.
He does play a lot of center ball. He plays great angles.
Yeah.
And I think that's why he does so well in a lot of tournaments, because he's not forcing balls. So I think he landed a little straighter than he wanted. So I think it looked like he wanted to play this off the 5.
No, he's not going to play off 5.
No.
No.
I was just wondering why he was looking at that angle.
He's just going to cut that in and
Yeah,
then just come around.
I was sitting there looking at me. He was like looking at going off the 5, and I'm thinking, man, that 5 ball is going to go for a little ride here if he hits that. Take on a little bit more trickier shot here. So he's looking at the 3-rail shape, a long 3-rail shape.
Yeah. He's got to hit the cue ball's got to hit just before the side pocket.
Yeah. And the way these things are bouncing, I don't think that 7's going to be any issues. That's right, Ryan.
Just for side pocket, yeah.
Perfect. You know, in tricky shot, don't leave yourself perfect. Just give yourself a chance, you know. And I think Sean pots well enough to get through this. Just slide over with a little stun. Perfect little shot. Nice angle. Leave yourself an angle on this 8 ball. And that 9 ball is in prime location. And how's Ryan Ewan doing tonight? Little Thunder Bay buddy.
Who?
My buddy Ryan here.
Where at?
Oh, he's on. He's just typing here.
Oh.
On the message. And like they say, keep it simple.
Stupid.
Keep it simple. And this game, we make it hard. We're the ones trying to put all the spin on the ball and trying to come off 3 rails.
Possibly 5, 6, 4, 5 more games, or 1.
Yeah, this is going to have to
1 or 5 more games.
Dig a little deep here. Hopefully he'll be able to come through. But, I mean, anytime you make mistakes when you play like these top players, I mean, if Sean McKay made a few mistakes, Sean Yee's on top.
Yeah.
And that's all it takes. Couple little things. Couple little mistakes. And this is why these games probably are taking a little bit longer than normal, is because these breaks have been dry. So he made the wing
made
ball. And he has a shot on the 1.
No.
It's tight, eh?
Yeah.
The 3 ball's right there. I like this table. If he could make the 1 ball, he's out.
He made from
Blair. I'm talking to the devil about that movie that you made, the billiard movie last year, was it?
Yeah.
I only heard about it. I haven't seen it. You told me about it, actually.
Yeah, you shot great, Jay.
Oh.
No. You played great, Jay. That was my final line.
Was that the final line in your movie?
Yeah.
So I thought he hooked himself on a 5, but I think he's got plenty.
Yeah.
Because I was going to roll forward. Yeah, I can't wait to see that movie. I think Buddy put the post up saying that it's going to Vancouver Film Festival or something.
Yeah, it's I think it's September or October 23rd.
Okay. And what was it called?
Swamper.
Swamper.
Yeah. Yeah, like they had 8 pool players.
Yeah.
8 of us pool players from Vancouver in that movie.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just remember you guys telling me about it. One of my last visits.
If I can remember them all, let's see. I know it's Simon is in there.
Simon.
Chris Jackson.
Chris.
Sylvan. Blair Wenzel.
Blair.
Come on, Blair, help me out here. See who else.
We got 5 when we add your name to the list.
5. Okay, and then there was also Chris. Was it Chris? Yeah, there was another Chris.
Okay.
Macaulay or someone, and then there's
Lake.
Yep.
Okay.
That's 7, right?
Yeah,
it's
that's
Lake.
7.
One more.
One more.
Macaulay. Yeah, I already got Chris Macaulay in there. I had Blair was the first scene,
Okay.
and I was the last scene.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I look forward to watching that. I'll watch
Yeah.
it wherever we can find it on the streaming service one day. Sean's got a little bit delicate shot. It
Yeah.
hit that pretty well, but we know that these rails bounce a
Oh,
little
look
bit
at
more.
that! It just took off on him.
Did you see how much that took
Yeah.
off? See, that's once you get to understand that, then you start controlling your ball a little bit better. Because it caught me off guard too in my match, and it might have been like maybe my 5th or 6th game when I realized that it was coming off a little too hard. So normally I'm pretty good at picking up on that fairly quick, but sometimes when you're on the stream table, your mind isn't.
Yeah. Well, he's got a pretty relatively easy safety here. Just slide the cue ball right down behind the 6 and 8 there, and
get that cue ball up table.
yeah.
Yeah, I like that safety. Because you go for the bank, I mean, shape on the 6, you're just shooting yourself in the foot. This is a thinking man's game, even though it's a little bit.
Oh, it looks like he's going for the bank.
Yeah, that's. Well, we'll tell you why. Stan told him to play safe.
Oh, he is going safety, yeah.
He played the 2-way. I think he played the 2-way. I think he tried to play the bank side and get on the 6.
Yeah.
And he got away with it. But I like your plan. Just clip the 5, get down table. Now just think of the 5 below the 7 ball.
7
right
ball,
now.
yeah, and then the cue ball behind the 6.
Exactly, and then Sean McKay's in a lot tougher position. Sean Yee did get away with this a little bit.
I think what he'll do, he's going to try to cross bank this, I think.
Yeah.
Cross bank it to the side.
You think he tries to push the 5 ball up table like one bank and get the cue ball where it is now?
Yeah,
I know that side pocket's a little tricky because of that angle, but you could probably get that there. So he did play the shot. He did not put the cue ball back there, but he did what was right, and that's create distance. And he froze that 5 ball to the rail, which makes this a lot tougher for Sean.
Now Sean's got to go 3 rails behind the 6-8 and just bounce the 6 towards maybe.
Yeah, the
between
5
the
ball is
9
going to
and
go
7.
towards the 7, and the cue ball will go to the other side, which would be a really good safety.
Okay, he's applying a lot of left English.
But remember I told you how low he hits that ball? And
Yeah,
he'll probably
yeah.
maybe hit this with middle. Right? So did he hit this? Perfect.
Oh, he hit that good, yeah.
And this is the shot he could have played in the beginning.
Yeah.
And Sean would be in this situation right now. And I think that 5 ball would have been a little bit closer to the 7, so it'd be a little bit more awkward to hit. Sean eyeing this up like one rail past the 7.
Yeah, one rail past 7. You know, you could probably. It's, he's not going to do it. It doesn't look like he's going to try to play that
No,
shot. I think he's going to
no.
go that one rail shot,
He's got
or
one
maybe
rail.
2 rails. 2
Yeah.
rails, yeah.
Looks like he's aiming a little lower, yeah.
Yeah, 2 rails.
What a great shot that was.
Look
What a
at that
great
one.
shot. That's
you
a
gotta
game-winning shot.
Yeah, you got to reward it with a great kick.
And you know that's that experience. You know, most guys would have tried the one rail below the 7
Yeah.
or played the one rail, you know, on the other side. But he played the 2 rails, which
Yeah,
makes the cue ball and the object go in opposite directions.
he hit that like Efren would have hit it.
Oh, just such a brilliant shot. And it takes a lot of guts to shoot that shot. You know, because you're coming so close to that 9 ball.
Yeah. Oh, I know. Zilbert.
Oh, is
There,
that
that was the 8th player. The 8th pool player.
And that's for the movie that
Gilbert there,
Stan
Blair.
and these guys did not too long ago,
2 years ago.
2 years ago. And it's going to the Vancouver Film Festival, October 20-something, you said? October 20.
23rd.
Yeah, Mr. McKay, he's pretty solid most nights. He's a solid player for sure. And a good guy. There's so many good guys here. Sean McKay and I, we've gone golfing a few times, and you know, he loves the golf. You think Sean gets lucky here and makes the 9?
Yeah.
Just anything to just kind of like prolong this match here, because you know these guys are having such a great match. Obviously, it's Sean McKay who's coming out on top here with some brilliant play. You know, he's definitely.
Look at this.
And
Gets him
this,
back
this
with
is
a
one of those
jump.
things, right? When you're not at the table,
Yeah.
anything can happen,
Yeah.
right? And Sean McKay played a great safety, and Sean Yee kind of just got away with one.
Yeah.
But he made a good jump shot. I'm
Oh,
really
doesn't
surprised
look-
that Sean McKay doesn't jump this. Oh, it looks like he's going for his jump cue now. He's got like this, like a fiberglass or some kind of an old jump cue going on here. It's not a carbon. Here's one of those like frog jump cues or something.
Well, got its safety out of it.
Yeah. So this is one of those ones where you clip the left side of it, bring the
Yeah.
5 ball down table, and try to hook them behind the 9 ball, 8 ball.
Yeah, it just bounced the, banked the cue ball, bounced the bank. I mean, banked the 5 ball down here towards
That's
the
right.
9.
Yep.
You got to hit that 5 ball pretty thick. Also, if you hit too thin, the cue ball will get away,
Yeah, that's right.
get out in the
I know a
open.
few other tricks to this shot that probably only good players know. I won't divulge that information on here. He went the other way, which is sold out the game. Now, and you know what? To be fair, that was because that bottom rail or that top rail bounces a little extra.
Yeah.
And he didn't anticipate for that, because he was trying to get to that 6 ball, but mostly use that 8 ball as a blocker.
Yeah, it's not that. I mean, he has to just roll the thing. Oh, he hits that.
He hit it too hard.
And look at this. That bouncy red rail.
That's right. He hit it just a little firm, but with that little extra bounce from that bottom rail, now he's in a little bit of a predicament here.
Yeah, it's gonna probably bounce that 6 ball towards the 9, somewhere behind the 9, and then get the cue ball at the end.
That would be the smart shot.
Yeah.
And then Sean's been playing
and
pretty smart, so
he's going to play that. Oh, he hit too much of it. But he got it.
but
He's
you know
okay.
he knew he had a big blocker there
Yep.
with that 7 and
Yep.
8. So I don't fancy Sean jumping this. He's gonna go for it.
He's got to jump over partially the 7 ball.
Yeah, he's got to go over both. Which I mean that cue ball's coming off the table here if he doesn't hit this proper.
Yeah.
And I really wish I can give you other matches with scores around this room here. Grant is playing Rob Phillips right beside us. And I wish I knew what the score was. So Rob is up 4-1. Grant is up 4-1. Well, that's kind of a shocker. Nothing against Grant, but Rob is Rob. The guy's so Rob on a 9-foot is quite the stud. And hopefully Grant can maintain. I'm just talking to Carlos, and Carlos is Rob's buddy. They drove down together. They go to a lot of tournaments together, so we can have a little fun with a little of the knocking around each other. I'm cheering for Grant. He's cheering for Rob. But it's good to see Grant up against Rob.
Yeah.
That's Rob's no joke.
Grant could play a little bit, you know. Like I say, I played him when we had that 8-ball tournament here, and it was
Yeah.
pretty close.
He's got such a good break.
Yeah.
You know, and his control of the cue ball around the table is getting better and better.
Yeah.
You know. And Ben is playing, and I'm fairly certain Ben is up. And I wish I could find the score for you guys.
Dexter's playing. I don't know who he's playing.
I'm
Guy in the
not
green
sure-
shirt.
I'm not sure who that is. And Dexter plays great. So many great players here. Every
Yeah.
time I look at a table, I'm just like, that's a tough match. That's a tough match. So Sean is definitely. What do you think of the 2 rails? Like, I like 2 rails. I hit them pretty good. I have like where he's looking right now, because jumping is out of the question.
Yeah.
Unless he wants to jump over the 8-ball, come off 1 rail into the 6, which is not. I mean, it's kind of ridiculous. The 2 rails, you got a good chance of getting lucky. You got a good chance of making it. So he's almost got to hit this just past that middle diamond. I think he has a great chance.
Right
of
by that
making
middle
it.
diamond.
Yeah, just past it, just a hair. And so he actually hit that
Just past the middle diamond.
just past the middle diamond.
He hit that. He hit that just past the middle diamond.
Yeah,
So if he
a
hit
little
just
bit
before,
closer, or the middle diamond.
yeah,
Yeah, then he would have been fine.
he might have made it.
Yeah, I think, or definitely wouldn't have scratched. John Latender, we'll find out in a second. He just missed the 8-ball, or sorry, he just missed the 7-ball. Last we checked, I believe it was 4-1 or 4-0 for Sam.
Yeah.
And I don't see any coins coming up that side where Johnny's side is. So once he makes this run out here, we'll see how that goes. And we might lose the broadcast here because once this match is over, we'll shut down and restart. Looks like Sean came up a little short here on his shape. He's going to have to play short side 9-ball.
Yeah. Go 3-4 rails out.
That's
4 rails around for the 9.
Yeah. Right where he's pointing.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see how much this top rail affects the speed of this ball. Might have to shoot this 9-ball in the side pocket. No,
Oh, he
this
hit that perfect. Yeah.
If he didn't hit that 4th rail, it would have. It would help kill the speed.
Yeah.
That was just spot on perfect.
There we have it, folks.
Well, that was a great match there by Sean McKay versus
All right,
Sean
buddy.
Hooey.
I gotta.
Stan is probably going to head out here because he looks tired. But
I
he'll
am.
be back tomorrow.
Yep. I'll be back. Okay.
And I'm going to have to find out exactly what's going on here. We'll shut the stream down here. But I could say that John Latender is down 8-2 or 8-1. So we'll just shut her down here and start up the next stream.
Yeah, it's Carlos and Polly.